basically $20,000 for a 2014 Honda Accord with 44,000 miles. We're here at DriveTime, the first time on the channel. I know they were incorporated with Carvana from 2013 and now they separated, but it is a huge buy here, pay here, and man, I've heard of nightmare stories, 23% interest. I mean, they go to the state maximum and it's pretty crazy. $18,000, 79,000 miles, 2019 Chevy Malibu LS. But who cares about the actual price tag, because no one's coming here and paying cash. Everybody who buys a car here, I'm pretty sure like everybody, is going to be on payments, and it's a very high interest rate loans, extremely high interest rate loans, like 22, 23%, like that's all they get on average. And it's just insane. There's another buy here, pay here across the street, so it's just loaded with buy here, pay here's. 103,000 miles, and look at that, $16,495, and you know there's going to be a dock fee on top of that. Here's a 2020 Kia Sorento, $18,000, and you see 103,000 miles. So here we go, a Dodge, how much is this one? This one is 55,000 miles and 17.2. So, and you know this is just the starting price because you're going to pay interest on top of that. So these prices are irrelevant because the amount that people are going to have to pay. And if you know anything about Carvana, it's not a good situation. Their stock went up like crazy, but when it comes to their customers, it's been nightmare stories with title issues and all sorts of stuff. And honestly, Carvana is like a renamed DriveTime. That's what people were saying. So it's pretty crazy, and you just have to be extremely careful. I mean, this is almost, I would say it's probably worse than, you know, CarMax and all that, because I mean, I don't know. I guess do they have a return policy, 30-day limited warranty? Let's see here, 2020 Mazda, 69,000 miles and basically $21,000. But the problem is they're not picking good ones from the auction. You know, they're getting probably some of the worst vehicles that have been smoked in, not treated well from the auction because they're a little bit cheaper. And on top of that, they probably have already been repoed. You know, how do you know? It's probably been repoed 3 or 4 times. It won't show up on the Carfax. So it's going to be pretty interesting here. Let's see. They got some newer ones here. 2023 Nissan. So let's see here. 22.3. Wow. 22.3. These prices are crazy. Here's 20 grand for this Camry. Is it an LE? Yeah, 20 grand, but 99,000. This Camry brand new. I mean, you could get one in 2018 all day. I mean, you were picking them up for 24, 25 grand. And now with 100,000 miles, it's selling for 20 grand, 5K discount with 100,000 miles, completely insane. But it's DriveTime, so you're not necessarily at the most, you don't come here if you don't have to. Let's just put it that way. You only come here if you're stuck. And I think they even have, the Spark and the Mirage over there, which probably some of the most least reliable vehicles on the lot. And almost all of them, I mean, they know how to really pick. All they have is Malibus over here, I guess. And yeah, I mean, people are gonna come here, buy a $20,000 Malibu with 20% interest. Look at that, 30,000 miles, $22,000 basically. Wow. You know, is this the worst place to buy a car? You know, it's definitely not a good place. And it's a place where you can get extremely screwed over very easily. I would almost argue almost everybody here, because all their loans are so high interest, every single one of them. And I think there's the repos right there. They just clean them up and put them back out on the lot. Look, they just got those from the auction. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, here you go. Look at this, 21 Chevy Spark. Wow, selling for MSRP with 59,000 miles, $16,000. But I don't even think the price matters here because none of the customers look at these prices. They're looking at the payment. It's all about the payment. Look at that, $20,000 Mitsubishi Mirage. I mean, this has to be over MSRP. And then you see, you got the repos right back here. And then they're either repos or from the auction. They clean them up, put them back out on the lot, and sell them again and again and again. And yeah, it's not necessarily it's not a good business model, but it's a buy here, pay here. So this is what you're getting. And we might start doing more of these on the actual video. We might do a few of these because there's a lot of buy here, pay here's. I mean, there's one across the street, and they are honestly, I mean, they put You think some dealers are scummy. I mean, these dealers, some of these buy here, pay here's will do the worst of the worst. And I've heard nightmare stories from DriveTime. So you just have to be extremely careful when you're buying a car, especially from anywhere like here. It just doesn't make sense. But you get stuck in a situation, 22% interest. I don't understand it on an auto loan, but this is what they're selling. So $500-600 payments, and it's a bad situation. Let me know what you think. First time on the channel, we went to DriveTime. Definitely a different one. Relationship with Carvana in the past, but who knows? We'll see how it goes. Let me know what you guys think. Have a great day. Stay blessed.